Alright, guys, we are going back to the tower today. Go find Zur, that mysterious bastard. Find out what he's got for us. It is week 49. We are so close to a year of Zur. It's not even funny, guys. It's okay. Next month we got the year 2 coming out. Taken King. What's your guys' thoughts about that? I personally am really hoping it doesn't flop. I really haven't liked House of Wolves too much, to be honest. Crota's End was pretty fun for me. I enjoyed it. But, alright. We're in the tower. We're going to go right. Yeah, there's a lot to improve on because it seemed like as soon as House of Wolves dropped, they announced Taken King at E3 because it was like a week or two after the House of Wolves came out. But that aside, let's find out what Zur has. He is going to be chilling in the bar this week as we come down. Really hoping for that Ram helmet. I'm still missing that. That's the only thing I'm missing out of the new armor. Sleep the guy. I don't sleep on this. Alright, let's see what he's got. First, we got the Insurmountable Skullfort, which is for the Titan class. Has a pretty high discipline roll. Melee hits replenish your grenade energy. You replenish your health when you pick up an orb. Your Storm Fists regenerate health, and you spawn with melee energy. I personally find this useful for PvP, if anything. I used it for a while on Crota's End, but that's only because for the replenish your health when you pick up an orb. But other than that, it's not too great of an exotic. I guess the melee hits and grenade energy is pretty helpful. But its main perk is you regenerate health with your Storm Fists, which, it's okay. I'd rather have the Internal Warrior and have the free Unbreakable perk. I find that more useful for PvP. Alright, moving on. We got the Apotheosis Symbiote helmet for the Hunter class. It's got a decent discipline roll. It's not too bad, not too great. I've seen better. Increases your grenade throw distance. Your golden gun gains 1 additional shot. Some people would argue that this is good or better than the Celestial Nighthawk. I find it situational, just because the Celestial Nighthawk gives you 1 shot that does 6 times 1 golden gun. So that's good for bosses and big targets. Whereas this one's good for taking out multiple targets, and I find it more useful for PvP if you run golden gun. Also, your super energy gain from grenade kills. I find this one more useful than Celestial Nighthawk, but Nighthawk is useful in other ways. Moving on, we got the Light Beyond Nemesis, which is arguably one of the best exotics for the Warlock class for PvP. It's got a decent strength roll of 133. The reason why it's so good for PvP and trials in particular is because you can revive teammates faster. And you also spawn more orbs. So take that in mind. Get more orbs. People that rock something that has replenish health when you pick up an orb, like this has as well. It can be very useful. Your melee attack speed is increased. So that's also good for the Sunsinger class if you have the Flame Shield. Definitely recommend this one for PvP. But what the fuck is this? He's got the motherfucking Gjallarhorn. He has not sold this since the 2nd week that Zur has been here. There's a lot of hype about this. I personally have 3 of them now.
Definitely pick it up if you don't have it. I would recommend picking up 3, 4, 5, 10 of these.
just because it is arguably the best rocket launcher in the game. Now, let's go over the stat perks and how I have it set up. First off, it does solar damage. I leave the soft launch on. It has less recoil and plenty of velocity. Everything else, combined launch, smart drift, adds stability, but it takes from your velocity. Personally, I think rocket launchers don't really need stability, they need velocity. You want it to get to that target quick. It has tracking. There's also a hidden perk that it has grenades and horseshoes, which isn't shown here. Grenades and horseshoes, it will detonate early, depending on the target and where it's at. Moving on, quick draw, snapshot, speed reload. I normally rock the speed reload just because if you're using this, you're normally trying to launch off as many rockets as possible. So speed reload, I put that on. And this is what makes it so good, Wolfpack rounds. Basically, if you have Crota's Hunger Crota, if it has any kind of rocket launcher with cluster bombs, what it does is basically it shoots off an additional a single blast, and then after that blast it breaks off into cluster bombs, where this one has the same effect, except for those cluster bombs track that target. So it's basically shooting off 2 rockets at once, which is why a lot of people say this is overpowered, why it's getting nerfed. Personally, I understand the nerfing. I just hope they don't do it too much, because it is an exotic. You want it to have an extra flair compared to a regular rocket launcher, which you can get cluster bombs on regular weapons now, and you can get tracking or grenades and horseshoes. I mean, you can get all that stuff. So this is what makes it special, and I definitely recommend picking this one up. If you don't have it, pick it up. Moving on, we got the exotic shard, we got the exotic engram for the gauntlets. I was really hoping for the helmet, which it's not, and I was really hoping this would be the ram, but it's not. So I'm not going to get anything this week. I'm going to move on to the auto rifle telemetry, hand cannon telemetry, machine gun telemetry. He's got the plasma drive, the emerald coil, heavy ammo, and motes of light. So that's all he's got, guys. Well, that's not all he has. He has a lot of fucking Gjallarhorns being sold this week, I can tell you that. I currently have 3 for all characters, so I'm not going to pick one up. But definitely recommend picking it up. Try it out before it gets nerfed. Enjoy it while it's still godly. And alright, Guardians. In the comment section below, let me know what you got besides Gjallarhorn this week, because I'm sure everybody got one. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and some other social media. Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. There you go. And Twitch. Twitch, I do live streams. Instagram, it's more personal, but I still have some stuff related to the game. And Twitter is basically just to let you know when I go live on Twitch. But yeah, look forward to me on those social medias, and let me know in the comment section what you guys got. Until next time, Guardians, keep it frosty.